And Scammell kept this design going for many, many years. Notice the motorcycle mudguards on the front. And when he turns, the mudguards go with it. That's so the driver, before your hydraulic cranes and everything, he needed to get into a big building to pull a piece of kit out. He could see to get closer. And these weren't running 2s and 3s, usually 2 on the front pulling, 1 on the back braking. Leyland took over Scammell in the 50s, and they started to replace Gardner and Meadows engines with Leyland. This has got a Leyland 680 in it. It's owned by George Strutt from Darleydale. Not fast, 30 mile an hour flat out if you're lucky, but hell is it powerful. God bless you, George. Right, I'm really honoured today. I've got Mr. Henson coming round on a Saturday. Is the pub shut? Well, Dave and Pat from Wentzfield down near Wolverhampton. The TK came out in the 1950s. You could get the 4-cylinder version and the 6-cylinder version. Lovely little lorry. The only problem was they never made them with a tilt cab. They're a nightmare to work on. Good afternoon, Vicar. A very big friend of mine, I think. The lovely Bedford TK. Bedford and Austin were always very much in competition, and they always used to say these were known as the Birmingham Bedford. And this is the Austin Lone Star. Straight 6-cylinder petrol engine, around about 28 horsepower. And look at that, turned out to this lovely carmine and cream British Rail livery. Anybody ever watch Aussie Gold Hunters? If you were watching it the other night, you would see a chassis cab of one of these being towed around the desert. I wish we could get him back because he looked decent. God bless you, young man. That's lovely. Absolutely how they used to be. Now we're moving on with the RF. This is the C-Series ERF, after the B and before the E. This one lived in Aberdeen, somewhere that area for many years before it came south. Lost its original registration for some reason, but then worked around this area. It was bought by a good mate of ours, Mr. Ivan Parkin, who's been into road all his life. Got a very powerful Cummins diesel engine in it. And if you wonder why that big block's on the back, if any of you people have ever driven a lorry, even a long wheelbase 4-wheeler, empty, they bounce like crazy. A tractor unit on its own with just 2 axles is a nightmare. And if you go in a caravan, that bouncing don't do your caravan any good, it smashes the egg frame. So he's got weight in that block on the back to keep the back end down, so he don't shake his caravan to bits and upset their Mary. God bless you, Ivan. A star. God bless you, Bob. Now, I mentioned the Bedford Old Guys earlier, didn't I? Anybody who lives around here, especially in the Dryche area, will remember Jarvis Taylor. Jarvis Taylor had 2 of these. My lady coaches they were called, like a gold and brown. And I remember going for all of my sins in the 50s to watch Derby County every Saturday in one of these. They're absolutely beautiful. 28 horsepower, straight 6-cylinder petrol, and this one's just come into the ownership of the Valance family. I don't know of a nicer model of early coach than the Bedford OB. A lot of people see lorries and say it's an OB. It isn't. The B is for bus, so the OB is an O-type bus. Absolutely beautiful. If you can hear it, there's something wrong with it. Go on, get out. You have to have got. I hope they've paid. No, not paid. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has not been a very good year for us on these. This has not been a very good year for us on the vintage vehicle circuit. We've lost some wonderful, wonderful people. And this bus goes back a long, long way with me and my family. K&U is Derbyshire. It goes back to 1946, and it was brand new to Woolliscrofts of Darleydale, better known as Silver Service. This is the only Silver Service bus that I know of that's on the road, and it was purchased by a wonderful gentleman called Walter Slack from Winfield Park many, many years ago. It then passed on to John Burton of Alfred, who totally restored it And the only piece of original bodywork on it is the rear cowling on the top that I know of. It took John the best part of 10 years to restore this. It then went to Mansfield, and now it's with Valance's at Annesley. But the very, very, very sad part about this is, you'll notice it's got Walter on the headboard, and it's also got Walter on the side of the engine cowling. And I mentioned Walter Slack, and only this last week we've lost Walter Slack. Means a hell of a lot to all of us. Walter was a great guy, and I'm sure we'll all be together in a few days' time to say cheerio. But Walter, this one's on you, mate. Great man. Isn't that lovely to see you back in Derbyshire? Isn't that beautiful? The AEC Region from 1946. Ex-Silver Service. Beautiful. Straight 6-cylinder AEC engine. Also from the Balance stable is this Morris Commercial PV. This was before the Ford Transit, and Graham's got about 2 or 3 of these, all in different colours. He's got one as a black Mariah. All the bodywork's been done in Valance's own coachwork. Has he got permission to ride in there? I'm going to ask you a stupid question because you know what the answer is. Has he paid? I thought not. Oh, get out of here. Well, you know, I've mentioned to you many times that all this is about noises and smells. A few years ago, I had a 1943 six-wheeler army lorry with a 600 engine in it. This is exactly the same engine. All your old Leyland Times with the tread buses with the open door cab. Well, this is Chesterfield Corporation. And just listen at that lovely, lovely Leyland clump. Absolutely beautiful. Music to me. LRB, Derbyshire, Chesterfield. And believe it or not, after service this went to Germany for many years, and it was brought back by good mate Tony from over there, Dumpton Way, and he's been a regular supporter of Cromford. God bless you, young man, and long may it continue. Isn't that just beautiful? Just listen. Who's on about emissions? Who gives them? Isn't that beautiful? Beautiful. Now we're going back to the ERS. Well, we went from the LV, KV, to the 8 Series. Notice the Gardner 180. Nearly all the tractor units had a 180 in it, straight 6-cylinder Gardner. This is about 1972, 73, around that sort of period. Would have been a tractor unit in its early day. Loads of them about. Fiberglass cab built by Jennings Motor Industries, who were part of the ERS group. Isn't it lovely? And if you don't smoke, it's not a Gardner. God bless you, young man. Cheslin Hay. It's down, that's not far from Yam Yam Country. Well, another wonderful name from round this neck of the woods. Very much in the news at the moment is Chapel Bridge, up near Whaley Bridge. The name was Sam Longson. I remember sitting with my grandmother at Whaley Bridge many, many times watching the old stone lorries come through. This one's been restored by my good pal Phil Brock, and this is one of the Ansons that they took over Longsons. Lovely E-Series ERF. Isn't that beautiful? And notice Phil's got a block on the back for just the same reason. Very nice to see you, young man. Isn't that lovely? Well, a lot of memories, folks. Believe it or not, that number plate does say KW.